Okay, everybody, we're doing Smite and Larson for today's daily VOD review. If you guys have been here long enough, you know it's two of them. Um, they are conned off spawn. This is not the team I was hoping it would be. I went through all of their games. They played, how many games did they play? 8 matches in the Elite Cup. Did not get in the same game as Muzz and Looter even once. I went through every single game, not once. I wanted to see if we can get that matchup, see what it was like. We're going to have to wait for at least the weekly finals. They do clean up this team off spawn, but let's be honest, unless it's Muzz and Looter, it's not going to be up to the caliber of team that we're fighting against at the FNCS Invitational. So I just want to throw that out there. And secondly, I've been receiving requests for VODs, so I wanted to talk about what exactly I'm doing, because in case you guys missed it, we're going through every single duo that is attending the FNCS Invitational. Now, here I got a little list for you. Pause it if you need. This is the list of teams that we are going to VOD review. Now, things are changing. The green, that is for teams that we've already VODed. The white teams are teams that I've yet to VOD. And the yellow are teams that I probably won't be able to VOD because they're either not playing together or they're not playing at all. In the case of Falconer and Hellfire, doesn't really look like Falconer's playing at all. But who knows? He might be. I don't know. That's just what I can see based on Fortnite Tracker info. All right. Now that we got some clerical stuff out of the way, let's dive into the VOD. These guys, also a very weird relationship. I feel like they have not necessarily enjoyed playing with one another, but they've both been very good playing with one another. And I feel like there's a team like that on every region, where there's a team that just pretty much always plays well together, but whatever it is, you know, the vibes, the friendship isn't built over time, just doesn't work out. And for me on NA East, that is this team. But again, I still think they'll play well. Historically, what this team has done during mid-game at the FNCS Invitational, or not the Invitational, at just regular NA East finals, they've keyed teams, not necessarily relied on tags for Surge, but keyed teams that landed nearby for Surge. And they got some big-name teams such as a Muzz and Looter, Ascended Cold. I forget who was landing South Sleepy when they got fought by Smite and Larson. Nonetheless, landing up here is a big advantage. You get this huge point of vision. The only problem is there's no one around. So unless Zone pulls this way and forces players to come this direction, no one typically is coming this direction. And we saw Larson went a little further to the north to try and get some other people. That's where they're going to need their surge tags, although they kind of got screwed over with these balloons being added, because if I'm a team, I might just sit on those, and that is much better than either mountain. So it could take away their potential surge points or mountains on the game. These two shifty mountains used to be some of the best, especially when Zone pulled those ways. I mean, Acquisi and Vino pretty much abused and used those to win an FNCS. So that is what we got going on. And Shifty Shafts is now Grim Gables. You know, that it ain't the same, dog. These guys playing very patiently. Not really worried about anything. Damn, Kanata's going crazy, bro. Little two-piece. See these guys get a north-ish zone. Center north zone, I would call this. Let's see where they choose to go. Already have insane loot. Ooh, that is beautiful. And pretty much what I expected out of loadouts. Same Evochrome hammer as the like guiding pieces. And then you use one player with triple heals or one player with harpoon. And then you got the pads. So it's pretty much just the way it is. How did these guys get up here? Bro, ain't no way they should be the team up here. That's weird. Would definitely think somebody else would get here first. But you know what happens? One little thing, I would definitely ask the hammer to be left up here, because you can't really hit squat with the Evochrome at this distance. It's just too far. It ain't going to work. Zone is going to pull further away from these guys. Nice little low pad. Try and avoid that space, and at least he doesn't look like the most organized there on that rotate. So late night VOD review for me, boys. Trying to churn them out. I want to pump out a bunch today and tomorrow because today's Thursday. Well, technically Friday morning. Cranking these out because Saturday I will be doing stuff. So we getting these out of the way. I like them getting center. I like them looking for surge. Haven't really seen them actually look for surge enough to make me feel comfortable. This game's definitely a little lesser. And we see zones stacking up in one area. Pretty traditional. I expect that to be the wave in the Invitational. We're going to get that big EU-NA influence where you just get one wave of players rotating onto one side. You know, it's like a tape just rolling super fast. Or something like that. Alright, so they got plenty of surge. They've been active. They also got 2 elims off spawn. This is not as stacked as it will be for the Invitational. I would expect at least the first 2 games to be like crazy with surge. And then we see Fifth Zone pull. They're not in. They ain't far though. We're going to slow this down. Why does it still feel like it's... That still felt like 4 times. Getting tagged up because you're trying to save a mat or 2. I mean, at this point, the big pot is worth it. So we're going to play on ulti low here. Not necessarily a huge fan of this. If you are going to do this, I would like to see you get a little further in. Oh, you can't see that. But they're right on edge. If you could see where that... Wait, words are tough, guys. Now, you can see them here on the edge. I would like them to get a little further in so they don't get buried here and can hit a pad. Trying to hit a little pre-edit play. Don't happen there. I think we'll see those every once in a while. Actually, fairly frequently. Oh! Fairly frequently at the Invitational. And oof. That's tough. Dude, these Evo Chromes just like shred your builds. So these guys... got a little too focused on making a play down below, and someone up top was like, yo, look at all that fighting. I can hear it all. Let's take a peek below us. And they just shredded the builds. Smite is setting up the pad spot. Hit a little emote action. It looks like they want to get some damage first. So they are on near side. Looks like it's going to pull adjacent to the hill, but not necessarily up it. Now they're just frying kids. They're not getting greedy here. They're using their own pad. Very easily could have dipped back in. Got a little greedy. I like that. See, dipping back in, trying to get greedy is something I would do. So I know it would be wrong. Because then you would greed and just go down right there. These guys have gotten beamed twice now. Poor dudes. Twitch Hacklu. So this is where a harpoon would be huge. You get that. Larson goes for it anyway. They have the splashes. Why not? Smite smartly tarps ahead. Gets his team in. Tarps are a little meh, but it'll work. Use the pad to get front side. I like that. They're trying to find free space. Would have liked to see him protect himself a little more while trying to find free space. I know you're in other people's builds, but on the way, like, cover your head, man. Or your left. Right, left, right, left. Alright, we got back down to ulti low here. This is clearly where they're trying to play, at least within this game, which is also interesting because we're going over these really high mountains that I wouldn't necessarily think are the best opportunity to play ulti low here. I have a ton of mats still, but we're creeping. So these guys are playing like creeps on the backside of zone at times. Oh, a little cutoff there. Smite takes over. Looks like Larson is just chilling back tarp, looking for plays. That was a nice play there by the 2. Box it up. Take it for yourself. Appreciate that. Now get out of there. Beautiful. Solid refresh right there. Nothing crazy. They're on the side of zone. Put some damage down. Capture it fully. Smite been scuffing little edits today. At least this game. Now we're going up this hill. This is dangerous. Really tough position for anyone not playing height right now. Larson gets tagged up. This is actually a zone where you really can't afford to get behind. So you pretty much just have to focus rotation. If you have the mats to rotate, and it looks like they do. So they're trying to navigate their way through. And they keep going down. I don't like going down here because we have to go up. Yeah, see, this is just chaos. This is just a sprint through everybody else's builds. And this is a tough spot to be in. It looks like they get enough into zone here. Or they're at least close to it. Stumble upon a refresh. Okay. And then somehow... Bruh. I respect it. They're still alive, but... These guys, we got to get up this hill a little faster, man. Can't be relying on just trying to run through other people's builds. Better players will punish you for those mistakes. So they've spent all their mats. Now the team above them just healed up big time. And we're looking for an opportunity. This is tough. Because no matter what you do, you lose in this situation. You're looking to make a play. You're just going to start getting sprayed from up top. There it is. Oh, shot. All right. So, I mean, nothing crazy there, to be honest. From what I've seen, Muzz and Looter have been the better team out of, what's it called? Shifty. I do think Smite and Larson will win their fair share. I don't know what that is. Is it 6? Is it 5 out of 12? Couldn't really tell you. Only thing that does kind of scare me in this end game is their stubbornness to play ulti low. I hope that's something they were just trying to practice in this game and this week, and not necessarily something they're always trying to do, because we need to have some better awareness when we're in these super high mountain areas making these rotates. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. See you next time. Peace.